Welcome to the Law, Your Money, and You. I'm Roberta Sapphire, an attorney in Sharon.
And I'm Camille Barron, a financial coordinator and a healthcare advisor, also in Sharon, Massachusetts.
New England.
In New England. So today we have a very interesting guest who is similar to another guest that we had, a friend of his actually, who came here from Haiti and just amazingly has done already wonderful things. He started his own company, and we're just happy to have him here.
Yes. Welcome, Kenny. Kenny Azi. Did I pronounce it right?
That is correct. It's Azi. It's pretty much French, but you have a good pronunciation here. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Good. Tell us a little bit about yourself now.
Well, I am the founder and owner of a company called Creators Agency. We specialize in marketing and production. Pretty much, I had a hard time seeing businesses not doing well, and business owners investing time, investing money, investing passion into a concept, into an idea to make a difference.
Hold it though. Start from 10 years ago, or when you first came here.
Okay. Oh, very good.
And your family and who you came with, and that whole story
Awesome.
that leads up to this.
Awesome.
Which is exciting.
Yes.
Everything's exciting.
Let's do it.
Even what you're doing with these businesses are exciting. I even want you to spell out a new way to spell creators. It's fantastic. Yeah,
Yes,
so go ahead.
let's do it. So 10 years ago, so pretty much 8 years ago, I came from Haiti. There was an earthquake that hit Haiti into January 12, 2010. And I was lucky to made it alive, and I had the chance to migrate to the U.S. And from there, I attended.
Who'd you come with? Your family? Parents?
No, I was by myself.
Really?
Yes. Did not know how to speak the language. It was a different country, a different culture, a different language. So
Was your family back in Haiti?
Yes, they are still in Haiti. 90% of my family is in Haiti. So I was by myself pretty much. It was challenging, and also I had to leave. It was a post-traumatic situation when it comes to the earthquake. Seeing all the lives and seeing everything that you've known for over 2 decades collapse in a few seconds. That really impacted me. Yeah. So when I got here in the U.S., I decided not to let the earthquake, that situation, impact or let's say set the tone for my future.
How did you get here? Did you have to go from one country to another?
Yes. After the earthquake from January 12, everything collapsed in Haiti. All systems collapsed. So I had to travel to Dominican Republic, from Dominican Republic to land to New York, and from New York I made it to Boston. It was a journey. It was a journey, and I did my best to enjoy every second of it. But like I was saying, it was kind of challenging because I had friends who I had lost from the earthquake. I was lucky not to lose any family members, but I lost a lot of friends. So I decided to not let the earthquake be pretty much a negative impact on my life. So I used it as a motivator to make me go forward to accomplish great things.
May I stop you for a minute? So what was it that made you decide you wanted to do this, and yet your family chose to stay in Haiti? Is that right?
Yes. The plan was always for me to leave the country after high school, pretty much. That was the plan. It was in motion, but the earthquake had expedited that process, having me leave sooner, and some preparation were not in place yet. So my family, my mom especially, she did not want to have me stay in Haiti because my school collapsed. We were sleeping in the street. So she did not like that situation, and she always wanted me to have a better future. So this is the reason why she decided.
Oh, bless her. Do you have siblings?
No, I'm the young child of my parents.
Oh, and
okay.
they let you go. Oh, they
Yes.
must have been so worried all the time.
Yes, yes. Actually, my mom, she was actually in New York on a trip when the earthquake happened.
Oh.
So it took her 3 weeks trying to get in touch back to Haiti. So when she finally got in touch, she told my dad, have my son on a plane to New York because I cannot survive this. Because imagine that 300,000 people
I got
dying.
chills.
Exactly, and you hear 300,000 people dying, and you have your family. You cannot get a hold of them for 3 weeks.
Oh, yes.
It was terrible
Must
for
have been
her,
awful,
and she's an emotional person, and I love her, and I have to thank her as well. I have to thank both of them for the chance they have given to me to be in this position that I am today.
So when you went to New York, was your mother there?
Yes,
greet
she
you?
was there with
Oh,
me.
she must have been
Exactly.
so happy.
She was, and I remember that was my first experience with winter.
Oh, yeah.
The earthquake
In the
was an
winter?
experience.
Oh, my
but
goodness, you got double whammy.
exactly. Imagine after leaving the earthquake in Haiti, my next challenge was to battle winter, and it was in 2010. I remember it was one of the coldest winter that we had.
Where'd you get the winter clothes from?
Well, and my mom, she knew in advance when she was picking me up. She had a
God
good
bless
idea to
her.
bring multiple layers.
Where is she now? Where is your mother and father now?
They're in Haiti. They're
Oh, they're
in
back in
Haiti.
Haiti?
They come. They visit sometimes.
Oh, that's good.
My mom, she goes back and forth between Haiti and New York. But I'm by myself in Boston. So I pretty much it was a negative experience, the earthquake, and seeing all those people dying and seeing an entire country destroyed. But at the same time, I gotta say that I'm thankful for this experience because it has given me, I can say, a different approach, a different perception of life, because I was able to see things that I cannot describe because we have some people for sensitivity purposes and stuff like that. But I was able to experience things that you don't see in TV, you don't see in movies, in real life. Therefore, that gave me a different perception where I realized that every second count. And when I had the chance to make it to the U.S., which is one of the best countries in the world, I decided I will take every opportunity given to me to give back to people, because that is the most important thing that we can do.
Okay.
What a
So
beautiful
now,
story. Now what happened when you...
what happened between
there.
then and now that got you to where you are today?
So I attended Massasoit Community College, where I majored in business administration, and then I attended UMass Boston, where I majored in marketing. After that, I had the chance to work for one of the Fortune 500 company in the U.S. As a 401k specialist, 401k and investment specialist.
But where did you stay when you first came to, I believe it's Brockton? Where did you stay? How did you learn the language?
I had my aunt, actually. I had one of my aunt that lives in Boston, and actually she lives in Brockton, and I had the chance, thank God she was there, I had the chance to have her as a stepping stone, and giving me the blueprint and helping me for a period of time, and then I had to make the transition on my own.
How long did it take you to learn the language? Because they say English is probably the most difficult language.
It took me approximately, I'm still learning, by the way.
Oh, you have a beautiful vocabulary.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm still learning, but it took me approximately 2 years to start getting comfortable. And I remember I always had a dictionary, a French and English dictionary. When I had to see things, I had to open up. I'm like, wait for me a second. I had to search for the word in French and to find a translation, and doing this for a few words and in order for me to structure a sentence together. So I did this for over a year, and then I was learning vocabularies, and I was pretty much listening to a lot of news, trying to get that listening, get the speaking, get the writing. And approximately 2 to 3 years, I was able to maintain conversation.
Fantastic.
So in a way, some of the way you were worse off than Mark Daniel, who didn't go through earthquakes, but they were actually homeless, the whole family. So in a way, you could say, well, I was better off than him. You weren't homeless.
In a way, yes. I am.
In another way, you had that mental stamina.
Yes, I was able to find a way to not get into that for things to not be that difficult, thanks to people that are thanks to my surrounding. And also the fact that I'm by myself, it's easier sometimes to navigate through life versus a family of 5, 6, 7
Sometimes
people.
You use the detriments instead. You use the liabilities as assets if you can learn to do that. There's a poem I always quote, "If" by Rudyard Kipling, and you're the epitome of that.
Thank you.
It's about how you succeed. No matter what's around you, you can succeed. That's fantastic. Tell us where you met Mark Daniel.
I attended Brockton High for, I think, a few months. It was because when I got to the U.S., when I got to Brockton, I was approximately 19, and due to immigration issues, I was unable to attend college. So I had the option to either wait until I adjust my immigration status and go to college, or find an alternate route, which was high school. So I attended Brockton High, and I was lucky to meet a good friend of mine, which is Mark Daniel.
Oh, he's wonderful. He's got
awesome.
his rags to riches story. He always it's like God plastered a smile on his face.
Yes, he's a wonderful guy, one of my best friend, and pretty much we're very close. So yes, and since then we've been working on different projects. We gave back to the community, working as community activists in different things within the community.
What did you do for the community?
Pretty much, we help different organizations, different homeless organizations, helping homeless, tutoring people, tutoring high school students, and helping on logistics, and helping different organizations structure and pretty much give back to people that are less fortunate.
That's good, but you came in, this whole immigration issue and that, which we're non-political, but it's interesting to hear stories of people like yourself who came in, what do you call it, the right way.
Yes, yes. When I came here, I had a tourist visa, which actually it's actually a funny. My visa expired the next day that I got here.
Oh boy!
And that's why my mom, she was
right now
actually trying, because the earthquake took place on January 12, 2010. My visa was expiring on February 1st. So my dad, who was in Haiti with me, he had to do all he could at that time to have me on a plane on January the 30th to make it to the U.S. So on January 31st, when I landed in New York, the next day my visa was expired. From there, the government gives you 6 months after your visa is expired, and I think on the Obama administration provided what is called temporary protected status, TPS, for the people who came after the earthquake. And this is pretty much the same status that I have today.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Oh,
okay.
Isn't that fascinating?
Yes.
Okay, so now you went to the high school, then you went, and this is, you lived with your aunt?
See,
Did you live
no.
with your aunt at the
Well, for
time?
doing when I was in high school, yes, I lived with my my aunt, and after high school until my second year at Massasoit, and from there I transitioned on my own, taking things.
To UMass?
Yes, I transitioned to UMass, and from there transitioned to this position that I had at that company, and I was able to.
So now where did you get the company from? Did UMass help you find this company, or did you find that on your own?
Oh no, it
Oh,
took
that-
me 6 months researching everywhere, applying everywhere, and I was able to get an interview. And then when I went there, I was not qualified for the position because it was very challenging. At that time, I was still learning English. Some of the 401k jargon.
401k, you know, retirement plans for our viewers. Those are retirement plans. You have to
Yes.
know more than English.
Yeah.
And well, you must have had some fantastic qualifications, and you must have had some studying that you really got great
Yes,
grades
it
in.
was. I was learning English at that time. My English was not that proficient, so it was. I was in a training for over 4 weeks, and I think it was 6 weeks if I'm not mistaken. And I had to learn. While I was learning 401k, I was learning to say the words as well because they were too big, big English words in retirement and 401k and the financial
Yeah,
literacy environment that I could not
Did
pronounce.
they check everything you did?
Uh,
Because
well,
you're investing people's money.
exactly. And I remember my boss at that time, he told me, well, Kenny, we really like you, but your accent is so strong and you're going to be helping people with their retirement, with their
Yeah.
money, and people
Yeah.
don't feel comfortable talking about their money if they don't understand what you're saying. So I'm not sure if you're going to make it. And I told him,
Oh.
yes, I will. He said, okay, so what's your plan? I'm like, I am gonna be learning every word and to say them correctly. And I was going home with my huge binder, my huge 401k binder, and learning every word, Googling every word to talk, calling my friends who were English major, and asking them, how do you say this word?
yeah.
And I was learning each word individually, and over a period of 3 months, I was able to master some of the
Unbelievable.
words.
You know, having taken a lot of those courses about retirement accounts and everything in order for the, for the job, it was hard enough when you do know the language.
No, I know.
I mean, really,
Yeah.
it's hard enough to absorb and have a master of everything, but then on top of it, to
Yeah.
have to learn the language.
Yeah,
I can't believe
when
it.
when I wanted to learn Spanish, I used to watch the Spanish news. Did you watch the news to
Yes, CNN, Fox News, you name it. My TV was locked on those channels because they speak so fast.
Yes.
They do, yeah.
If you are able to hear what they were saying, you will be able to hear anyone speaking. So that was a strategy, and I think it worked out.
I am oh, go ahead.
No, you
I'm
go
so
ahead.
anxious to hear because
How we
we're
started-
nearing the end of the talk
I
time.
know, but
I want to hear
this
about
is
this
important.
entrepreneur.
Yeah, here's the entrepreneur. First of all, the name of your company is Creators, and they'll say, well, that's not the way you spell creators, but it's Kreateurs. Creators, a marketing and production agency, and you took what you learned, and I still get the chills there, and you created, you really created from what you got here and your own inner strength. So are we here? Are we up to
Yes.
that right now?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's hear about what made you jump and do your own agency.
So I was helping people, and as you know, in retirement, when you're helping people, that is a portion of life that is detrimental. It's very hard because people working doing their entire life to put money on the side so they can utilize that after retirement. It it is a blessing that I had to be able to be in this position, making a difference in people's life. However, while I was helping people, I realized that there was more. Yes, I was helping people with their retirement. I was helping them to not lose more money, whether the stock market went down or whether they had a death in their family, whether they wanted to take a hardship from their 401k, they wanted to take a loan to purchase their first home.
Well, you're very fluent in the language now.
Yes.
He's fantastic. No, keep going.
After 4 years, yes, I kind of. Thank you. I was. It allowed me to see things in a certain way where helping people, there is something great about it. And I was asking myself, how can I take this and making a leap forward and to impact more lives with this? And I decided, since marketing was my background, I decided to pretty much make the transition and launch this company. And making a difference.
That I'd say you've got to be kidding. But you're not. What a great, you've got to be kidding how somebody became. We have this "You've Got to Be Kidding" segment. This is just beautiful. You've got to be kidding. Wonderful.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So what happened?
So pretty much we did launch the company. I pretty much transitioned from, I terminated my position and pretty much made the leap forward. And we launched a company, which is a marketing and production firm. We help people, we help businesses with marketing, because one of the things, you might have the best product, you might have the best service, but if you do not have a good strategy for you
communicating
to, exactly, to outreach to people, to create a brand for yourself, for your organization, it's not going to work. So this is pretty much what we do. So we have our studio, we have a production studio, audio production, and we have a video production. So we create commercials, we create
where are you out of? Like what city or town are you doing it just over the internet? Or?
We have our studio, our production studio in Brockton, and we also have one in Boston. And we're trying to expand, because the more assets that you have, the more production that you have, better you can.
How many people did you go into this with? Or did you just start it on your own, or did you have a friend or somebody?
I was on my own. I am the founder, sole founder and owner of the company, and I had to pretty much create a team, a creators network. We call it the Creators Network, which is a group of talented people. They are artists, they are audio engineers, they are video producers, they are musicians. And that is the creators aspect of it, the creativity aspect, and we also have the administrative team, accountants, and consultants.
You have a whole big setup. What would you say, if you have to look back and grab through the "You've Got to Be Kidding" bag, what would you say was, how about the one thing that pushed you the most, that put that in your head, that's what you wanted to be, as opposed to an accountant or a salesman, or what would you say? Well,
we can say legacy and time. Those are the two things that I can say that motivate me the most. Because you always, the most important is that we are on earth for a reason. We all gotta die, and when we leave, we gotta leave something behind to make a difference on this earth, to make a difference in people's life. So making a difference in business owners' life, that is one of the things that it gives me the motivation to wake up in the morning. And also time, that is one of the most precious assets that we have. Once you do have time, there is a lot that you can do. So when you're able to leverage time, you're able to help other people. That is pretty much a great asset as well.
What a wonderful attitude.
Well, there's a lot of courage I hear here from you, because to take those steps that you took, it had to be scary in many ways.
Yes.
Even the business startup like that had to be, there had to be some fear and, gee, am I going to make it? Am I going to be successful? But what was it that made you just plow through that? those fears?
One thing is, once it was, and it is still very challenging because making a leap forward, deciding to give up on everything and focusing, investing. I've been telling people for a long time, do not put all your eggs in one basket in investment, but once you are so motivated and you want to make a difference, you want to be successful. Sometimes there are some risks that you take in life where you just push forward. And the one thing is, if I was able to, I always tell myself, if I was able to make it from Haiti in 2010, and I was able to survive that earthquake, there is nothing that will stop me from accomplishing
That's
the
wonderful.
vision.
Now, what
that I have.
advice would you give another little boy who just lost his home or his fire, and he says, "Oh, I can't ever do anything"? What would you say to him?
What I can say is there's always hope. As long as you are living, there is hope to get something done. And education is the best route. Not necessarily if you can attend college, do that. If you cannot, read books, have mentors, do some research. Self-education is one of the best and the most efficient way you can achieve things in life. You also have to understand you cannot attach yourself to anything on earth because there's always a genesis and there's always an ending for everything. So things have to start somewhere and they have to end. And once you have that attitude, you will be able to protect yourself against whether you lose someone. It's never easy to lose someone. It will always take time to transition and to heal from the inside. But once you have this attitude, it will alleviate the pain that you have and help you go through
Isn't
life.
that wonderful? Well, wonderful. Would you believe that we have to wind up? But before we do, if anybody wants to get a hold of Kenny, how would they do it?
My number, my personal number is 508-649-8290. Once again, it is 508-649-8290. And
Well,
also,
they can always contact us too.
as well, and our
Yeah.
website is www.creatorsagency.com. We're on Facebook.
We're
We
on
are
Facebook,
on
too? I gotta go
Instagram,
on.
Twitter. We're as a marketing
You're into
firm.
everything.
We're all everywhere pretty much, so people can find us.
Well, congratulations
Thank you.
on all you've
Yes.
accomplished.
Thank
Yes.
you, thank you,
And
thank
you,
you.
you have
We're going to get him to join Rotary. You know, Rotary International is all over the world, and they help people.
Nice.
Yeah.
I will definitely look into it because
Yeah.
whatever that, you know.
In fact, Mark, oh, no, that was the Brockton. The Brockton Access Cable, he's president now, Mark Lindy of the Bridgewater
Oh, yes.
version.
Yes.
Yeah, look into it. I think you would be
Markland is a
wonderful.
nice guy.
Oh, you know him?
I know him. I know
Yeah,
him.
he's good friends. But yeah,
We have to wrap
yeah,
up.
we have to wrap up. But
Thank you very much.
Yes,
It's very
thank you.
enlightening and motivating.
Yes, thank
It
you.
was a pleasure. Thank you for having me, and
Sure.
it's once again I was excited to be here with you.
Thank you.
Our pleasure.
And to our viewers, thank you for watching. This is a great example of having a driving passion for something and investing yourself into it, and that in itself can be the motivation to push you forward toward success. If you have any feedback or questions of this young man, you can either contact him directly or feel free to email us, and also let us hear any other suggestions or feedback you have, because remember, this is your show, the law, your money, and
You.
You.